I love that. I love that. Now, you wrote here, you said, grabbing the horn of the nearest unicorn and giving it a chance to take you to the undiscovered rainbows. Now, I don't know if you're watching this, and maybe you're watching this and you exactly just, when I read that, and let me read it one more time. Grabbing the horn of the nearest unicorn and giving it a chance to take you to the undiscovered rainbows. Maybe that makes just 100% you know what she's talking about, but I'm going to ask you on behalf of me and maybe some other people, what do you mean by that?
Well, I feel like everybody's afraid to coming back into the box. And I think of silly things all of the time. And I know we all do. And we're really afraid to even say that. And, people are like, I'm embarrassed, or like, does this sound crazy? And we're so afraid of our own thoughts. I mean, it's almost paralyzing and debilitating. And we want to be so normal and like everybody else.
That like, normal.
Right. So I feel like, it's okay, grab the horn of the nearest unicorn, which is like in your mind, clearly, and let it take you to those rainbows that you let yourself go there. Let yourself go to the craziest, weirdest corner of your mind and float around there for a while, like for a long time. Spend a few days there, spend a few hours there, and keep going. And then it's going to turn into something else. And then we're going on to another one, and the 28th rainbow and the 16th vertical. You're there. And then all of a sudden, but you have to come home. And when you come home, then you can edit. So you've come up with these ideas, and they've built on each other, built on each other, and built on each other, and built on each other, and built on each other. And they're so crazy. And then when you come back down, you take those and you chisel it into something that is tangible, approachable, but using that twist, a completely new technique. I love inventing new techniques, but in a super approachable way that anybody can do. So simple is better, taking all of that and making it into something that somebody can actually that they can apply to their own, use or create.
Give me a story time example. Give me a story time. Tell me a story about a time where you grabbed the horn of the nearest unicorn and you let it take you to the undiscovered rainbow, and you came back with a product that people are buying.
Well, I mean, I often do that. I'm live in that rainbow field quite often. I suggested a couple of hours, but I like to spend most of my days with the unicorn and rainbows over my head. So I really enjoy that, and that's my strength is that idea generation.
Yeah.
So, and then the evolution of the idea. So I spend a lot of time on thinking up a concept or, being inspired by a concept in that forecasting, and thinking of the evolution of that concept and probably going 10 steps further. So I would say every single project that we're doing, I probably have those moments 2 or 3 times a month, but I've got to focus too. It's not like it just comes to me. I have to purposefully go down those roads. You have to be purposeful. It might be in the car. I'll literally say to myself, okay, how am I going to tackle this problem? I have this project coming up, or I want to change the way women interact with the internet. There we go. Let's go. Grab the horn. Let's go. I want to talk about, and I want to start thinking about, personalization of content. I want to think about my reader and what she's into. And then I'm like, oh, I saw that pink eraser project from Oh Happy Day. What's that? That was cool. And then all of a sudden it's that main thought leads me into other thoughts, and then brings me into coming up with campaigns that nobody's ever seen before.
I agree with what you're saying here, and even though maybe somebody watching this might be going, "What are you talking about?" I know that every successful entrepreneur, every successful entrepreneur I know in some way does this, where they have to find their creative space. They have to think about an innovative solution. And I think you have to ask yourself right now, as you're watching this as an action step, what is the place, or when is the time? Where do you need to go? where you can think about these innovative ideas, because you just have to, and you really do. And so for me, I do kind of my Monday morning mojo deal, where I like to get up like at 2 in the morning on Monday, and I don't see humans for 5 or 6 hours, and that's what I do. But everyone here, if you're watching this, it's essential that you do this. Otherwise, you get stuck in these ruts of thinking, and you get you can't grow your business and live. You can't really utilize your talents to the greatest ability, to your greatest of your ability there.